Okay, so we got our technical issues resolved. We've got IQ Al Rizzoli with us. We're going to have our guest join us here about the middle of the hour. Don, of course, is in the hospital today, but he,
Why? Why is he in hospital?
I don't know, got an email from him, said he was in the hospital and he would see us next week.
Okay. I wish him
So
well.
we wish him well. But I got a call yesterday. It was kind of funny. I got a call from Dan, who told me that today when I talk to you, we need to talk about the Iran situation. What do you make of that?
Well, I'll tell you what's happening recently from the reports that I'm getting from Iran. But a lot of the police and the security services are supporting now the insurrection. They're leaving the Ayatollahs. And
Oh,
if
really?
this, yeah, yeah, but this is so really serious because when these are usually the armed forces of the Ayatollahs to suppress the people. If and when they change, the Ayatollahs are finished. And could be any day now, literally any day between now and next week, that they are completely obliterated. It's possible, yes.
Wow.
The, this is this is the most important event in the Middle East since the attack on the atomic reactors in Iran last year, because the octopus, which had tentacles all over the Middle East and even in America, in Venezuela, are the Iranian regime.
Well, one of the things that has always been talked about is that there was a list of countries at one point that Netanyahu and a few others wanted to see eliminated. That being Iran. Uh, they're getting their wish.
Well, it's not a matter of wish. It's not up to them. It's up to the Iranian people. They had 47 years of oppression. In 1979, the Ayatollahs promised that they are overturning the Shah who was corrupt. Compared to them, the Shah was like a Mother Teresa.
Shah was like a Mother Teresa.
Honestly, they are infinitely more corrupt than he ever was. And his son now is literally talking directly to the armed forces and telling them, look, you have a chance. Support the people, overturn this government, and create a new Iran. Or you stay with the government and the people will overturn them and you will be massacred also.
Yeah.
So he is giving them a choice. The son of the Shah is not willing to take over like his father. He said, I don't mind being the facilitator in the transition period from the overthrow of the government of the Ayatollahs till the election of a legitimate government. But I have no intention, he said, of presiding over the government of Iran, which is very interesting remark because he is trying to be not political. He wants to facilitate. He's trying to do what Trump is doing in Venezuela. Trump is not going to literally rule Venezuela. He will leave it to the Venezuelan people to decide. But in the meantime, the current government of Venezuela, which is a continuation of the previous government, is now putting forth feelers to talk to Trump. Notice everybody now wants to talk to Trump. They don't want to aggravate him. Literally, nobody wants to aggravate. Look, Trump is America. So it's not one person. What they did in Venezuela is amazing. Listen to this. I don't know if you know this. 80 people were killed during the invasion of Maduro. Did you know that?
No.
How is it possible you don't know? 32 of them were Cuban mercenaries protecting Maduro.
Okay, I had heard that part.
and 50 were also Venezuelan soldiers who were defending Maduro. And yet, these were supposed to be elite forces, and not a single American got killed. It is absolutely astounding.
You know, this is the thing, IQ, that I you know, when it all took place, and there was all the various things with the fact that essentially, you know, they if you really want to break it down and look at what really happened, the United States probably shouldn't have essentially kidnapped the guy. However, the thing that no one is talking about, which I find absolutely amazing, is that they got in and they got out and they had no problems. It was the greatest thing that I have ever seen, next to probably the Iraq situation when we went in and we knocked Saddam out of there. That was another thing that was just amazing, because we went in, took everybody out, and that was the end of it. And this was another situation where they went in, snatched the guy, and got him out of there, and not a soul was harmed.
Yeah, but the most
That,
important thing,
that's just amazing to me.
yeah, but you've got to remember, 150 aircraft were used. We're talking about an armada. The aircraft, 150 of them, hundreds of ships on the ocean,
Yeah.
thousands of soldiers were included. This was a precision attack, a precision, unbelievably successful attack.
Yes.
To go into a fortress in the middle of a military installation, take him out within half an hour.
Yeah.
In half an hour, they got him out. All the remainder is time to fly in, to fly out. But within half an hour, they got him
I
against
was
all
just
the
I
forces
was
that
just
were
amazed.
available. I'm telling you, it is an astounding achievement. And it is beautiful because these are the young Americans who are representing America, not the bastards who are demonstrating all the time.
Well, there is that.
No, no, why should I miss my words? These are young men and women.
Bastards who are
But
demonstrating.
think about it honestly. These are young men and women in their 20s, in maybe 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 26. They went in, they did the job, and they did it precisely
Yes.
without a single loss, not in aircraft and not in human life. Not American lives. Amazing. Really, the American people should be proud of what happened.
Yeah.
And all those people who are objecting should be hanged. Personally, I would shoot every one of them. I know you don't like me to say. I know. Listen, I know you don't like me to say that. I know,
No,
but honestly,
I'm just so terribly entertained.
I'm telling you, justice, justice, and justice is what I believe in. Those who object because it's Trump who don't give a
Well,
damn
yeah.
about American life. They don't give a damn about the security of America. They are for the cartels. They are for illegal immigrants. They are for men in women's spaces. All these people should be hanged. And that's the minimum I would do for them.
That's the minimum.
No, no, look, I'm very pro American. I can't help it.
Very pro-American. I love it.
Listen,
So,
who saved who saved the world in World War One? America. In World War Two,
yeah,
America. Who collapsed the Soviet Union? America. What did the Europeans do? Bullshit, nothing. The Europeans, all they do is kill each other.
oh,
And America has to clean up the mess. Think about it. The Europeans have been murdering each other, slaughtering each other for decades. And who was cleaning the mess every single time? America. Without America, the world is lost. No question about it.
yeah,
Whether you like to admit it or not, that's not my problem. That's your problem.
it is one thing that it is one thing that you are completely correct on. Now, one of the things that has happened, which I don't know how I don't know how much this is a contributing factor to the Iran situation, but one of the things that I guess came out probably, I don't know, a couple days into the or insurgency, or whatever you want to refer to it as. Apparently Israel had planted some people in those crowds to help the protesters. Uh, what do you think about the fact that they gave them a little bit of help?
Listen, Israel is implicated in everything that's happening in the universe. Zero
Well,
point
you
zero.
are
Listen to
correct
this.
on that shit.
Listen, 0.1% of humanity is implicated in World War One, World War Two, World War Three, the insurrection in Venezuela, the problems in Iran, the changes in the weather. Can you believe that?
Changes in the
0.1%.
weather.
They are the communists, they are the fascists, they are the capitalists. You name it, they blame it on the Israelis. Yes, the Israelis already had implants in Iran. You remember? They they built drones in Iran to attack the Iranians.
Yeah,
Drones in Iran. So of course they had people. It's their job to do that. It's their job, the Mossad, to have people who will support them in Iran. There is no problem between the Iranian people and the Israeli people. The issue is not between the Iranian people and the Israeli people. The issue is to do with the religion of the Ayatollahs of Iran. It's a religious war. It's not a political war. It's religious.
yeah,
Islam is the enemy of every single human being who's not a Muslim. Not only Jews or Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, atheists, agnostics, anybody who's not a Muslim. Islam is against them. That's all. It's not complicated. For 1400 years, it's been the same. And you know the irony, until the 20th century, every pope, every Christian leader understood this. Only in the 20th century that the Christian leaders have turned their back on Christianity. They
yeah,
turned their back on Christianity. Nobody mentions the massacres that are happening against Christians in Nigeria. Nobody.
yeah. Nobody seems to
Nobody
even
gives a
know
damn.
what is
Yeah.
going on.
So when I'm saying these things, I don't, I'm not saying it out of spite. I'm saying it because out of reality. The news media don't mention it. The Catholic, the Pope Leo, the new Pope, he is afraid to say that there is genocide against Christians by Muslims. He's afraid to say. Why is he afraid? He's the leader of 1.2 billion Catholics. Why is he afraid? Why should anybody be afraid of Islam? Anybody? Why? Who are they? They are the least productive, least inventive, least creative in human history, the most backward in human history. And we are afraid of them. Why? Why are we afraid of them? If they want to start war, we can crush them within 24 hours. And I mean crush them completely. No, don't shake your head. I'm telling you, 24 hours I give them. That's all.
Well, the thing that I don't think a lot of people have ever really discussed when it comes to the whole thing with Islam is that they have been universally hated throughout history. Hitler was not a fan of Islam. Uh, in any of these,
Yeah, but
leaders of
but with
time
all due
have
respect,
not been
James,
fans of them.
James, James, listen to me, please. As we are talking, we are watching what's happening in Europe. I mean, it's a hidden agenda. They couldn't celebrate Christmas in Germany. They couldn't celebrate Christmas in France. They couldn't celebrate in Austria. Why? They're afraid of Islam. Why? Who the hell are these people that we are afraid of them? Who are they? Terrorists. Okay, we can terrorize them also. Terrorism is a two-edged sword. You can terrorize me, but I can terrorize you also. But I've got to have the will to do it.
Yeah.
You don't believe it's true?
No, I just have never thought about it that way.
Well, think about it. If you threaten me, I can threaten you also. If I tell you one thing, if for any instant of time I find that somebody is threatening my life, I wake up the next morning early and go and terminate him.
That is amazing. that is classic IQ.
Thank you.
If I find that they are tormenting me,
I promise you, I wake up early in the morning
the
and
next morning
terminate
and
him.
I go and terminate them.
That's it.
That is amazing. That is fantastic. We have got IQ Al Rizzoli with us today. He, of course, is the author of a trilogy of books about Islam.
Lifting the veil, the true faces of Muhammad and Islam.
Yep.
And all my articles are published in America Out Loud -home or -news.
Yeah.
Over 1,200 articles.
So tell us about the latest one, my friend. About the latest article that you have up there.
I sent it to you.
I know, but I mean, but for folks who are just tuning in.
It was about Islam, by the way. The latest article I said is the most dangerous confrontation with humanity is Islam. Why did I say that? Because Muslims are prohibited from ever integrating, assimilating, or being loyal citizens in any country on earth that is not Islamic. Do you understand the magnitude I'm telling you? I mean, literally, do you understand what I'm telling you? Or is it just going over your head?
No,
No Muslim. By the way, when I speak about Muslim, I'm talking about Sharia compliant Muslim. And 99.99% of Muslims are Sharia compliant. No Sharia compliant Muslim is allowed by Allah Sharia from ever assimilating, integrating, or being loyal citizens among Muslims, non-Muslims. It is impossible, and I repeat the word impossible, for any Sharia compliant Muslim to be both a good Muslim and a loyal citizen among kuffar.
that's right.
That's the bottom line. And $200,000 says there's no human being on planet Earth and no intelligent life outside the solar system who will prove me wrong.
We have attempted to find people over the years who we could bring on this program and debate you about.
Nobody will do it. By the way, who's the next on the show? Who are you inviting?
Well, we're scheduled to have a guest here in 5 minutes. We'll see if they actually make an appearance. But yeah, that is one thing I will have to say, that over the years, I have attempted to find people that would be able to come on this program and any of the other programs that we do and debate you on things. And we've had a lot of nice imams that are committed to the cause, but they don't do well when it comes to the debate. And I don't know if it's because they don't know the material.
No, they know the material.
Or they can't.
They can't defend the indefensible. It's impossible to defend the indefensible. That's why. When I'm quoting in chapter and verse from the Quran,
Yes.
when I say, look at chapter 9, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 29, how could they go against me? It's impossible. I'm quoting in chapter and verse in the Quran. You can't deny what I'm quoting. It's impossible. or I'm quoting chapter 2, Al-Baqarah, verse 216 about jihad. Jihad is mandated in the Quran upon every single Muslim on planet Earth. Jihad is mandated.
Yeah.
Allah mandates it on every Muslim. Allah says, you are mandated to commit jihad even if you don't like it. He tells you, even if you don't like it, you are committed. So that's it. I've got two verses. I don't need to. There are 6,236 verses. I don't need to use all of them. It's insane. All I need is maybe 10 or 20 verses, and that's it, done.
And that's it, done.
Yeah, but this is why I'm so strong on this subject. I don't have to beat around the bush. I don't beat around the bush. I go for the jugular immediately. That's it.
That seems to be the that seems to be the order of the day.
Correct.
So I guess the thing that I would like to know regarding this whole Iran situation is what happens. What is in your opinion? What is the best possible outcome?
The best possible outcome is if they overthrow the Ayatollahs, they bring the son of the Shah to mediate until a proper election is created.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Iran is made up of Persians, who are the original people, of Azaris, Baluchis, Kurds, and Arabs. If there is no cohesive force to put them together, Iran will fragment like what happened to Yugoslavia. It will split into 4 or 5 different places. All of them will be fighting each other to the death. This is Islam.
Yeah.
This is what worries me. Really, the frightening part is the fragmentation. But if Iran can be put together under one leadership and they have a democratic government, it is one of the richest countries on earth. It really is. It has enormous resources. But it was squandered by the Ayatollahs because the Ayatollahs are not technicians. They are theologians. They don't believe in science. They believe only in religion. They destroyed Iran economically. They destroyed Iran militarily, socially. They're dying of thirst. They have no water. They have no water for the citizens, and they have no water for irrigation of food. They have no electricity either. So really, it's a basket case, a shithole, as Trump always said.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was right. They condemned him. What could you say? A shithole is a shithole. Call it for what it is.
Call it for what it is.
Why
that is the one thing that I have always thought was hilarious was the fact that they condemned him for that comment when in reality there are people such as Michael Savage that used to refer to the third world as the turd world.
Right.
I've never understood why people go after these guys for some of these things.
Yeah, but the leftists,
they're
you've got to
rough.
understand, James, you've got to understand the mentality of the leftists. The leftist mentality is globalist. Globalist means no borders, all nationalities are equal, all human beings are equal, the wealth of the whole of humanity is going to be distributed equally. That means between the people who are productive and the people who are not productive, to be equally. Why is that possible? It's against nature. They're going against nature. They are going against literally the natural order of human beings, which is hierarchical, which means the ones at the top are the most powerful or the most intelligent or the most financially strong. And then you go down all the way to the poorest. You can't change that. You can't change that. It's a structure. But they want to change it. Look at that. Zohran Mamdani. Who is he supporting? Venezuela Maduro. He said the Venezuelan people are becoming a victim of America. A victim? They're celebrating. What are his eyes? Up his arse? Honestly, it's amazing. They're in denial. Every single Democrat is in denial. They're completely out of touch with reality, completely out because they hate Trump so much. They suffer extreme cases of Trump derangement syndrome that
Yes.
prohibits their mind from ever functioning properly. They can't function properly. They can't.
That is one thing that I would have never ever thought was a real thing. And then I started seeing it in action. And I immediately was like, yes, this is a real thing. This is
Yeah, but
this is
35,
fascinating.
remember, 35% of the voters in America suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. That's about 100, that's about 80 million people. 80 million people are completely detached from reality. Scary.
I don't know. Maybe it's they need something to
Yeah, but
hate.
why pick on Trump? Why don't you pick on China, on Russia, on the Ayatollahs? Why don't you pick on somebody who's evil? Why pick on Trump? What Trump is doing is literally to make America great again. And he is making America great again within 1 year. He has achieved 90% of what he wanted to do in 1 year. Look what he has done. The American forces boarded two oil containers, two oil ships under
I
the
saw
under the nose of the Russians, under the nose of the Russian Navy. They took them over. What does that show? It shows American dominance. It shows I don't give a damn. Trump says, I don't give a damn. You object or you don't object, I'm not interested. Is it good for America? Fine. If it's not good for America, I will take care of you. And he does. He doesn't miss his words. He follows it up with action. He's the only president who has ever done that, by the way. He gave the Ayatollah 60 days last year to comply. On 61 day, he told Israel, go ahead. And they did. He gave Maduro months and months of leeway to get out. He said, come and get me. All right. Trump went and got him. Can you believe that? He said, come and get me.
where it got him. Well,
He went in and got him. Now
you're
he's
not
whimpering.
wrong. You are not wrong, sir.
But honestly, it's on video. You can see it. He said, come and get me. He's defying him. All right, I'll come and get you. And I got you. Yeah.
It
No.
was,
But what happened in Venezuela was amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's good for
and
Latin
this,
America.
and this is the thing I think that most people don't look at is that the way they did that whole thing was just phenomenal
It was
because
phenomenal. Yeah.
they got in, they got this guy and his wife, and they got out of there, and there was not a soul had to be lost, and it was just a unbelievable thing that they were able to pull off. I know that everybody was going back and forth with all the moral part of it, and whatever side you land on, whether you're like, yeah, they shouldn't have went and did that, or he was kidnapped, or whatever. Regardless, my attitude is the whole, I guess, adventure was phenomenal.
Yeah. And funnily enough, Trump said that. He said, one mistake, we would have lost a lot of American soldiers.
Yeah.
And they would have crucified him. They
Oh,
would have
they would have.
crucified him. They would have decapitated him. They would have murdered him again. And this time they would have done it. Honestly, it was a phenomenal success. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I just was amazed by that whole the timing and the way they did it, and because I know that previous things, like, going and getting bin Laden, allegedly, and doing all the things that supposedly have been done. Uh, this was actually something that, yes, this was a real shoot. They went and actually got the guy and brought him back. It was just it was just amazing to me.
I'll tell you what.
I was terribly impressed with that whole thing, because that could have, and this was something that I completely agree. I agree with you on, in the fact that that could have been a mess.
Yeah. Literally,
if it
one
was,
aircraft.
if it was,
If one aircraft, one chopper fell down, that would have been at least 12 people on the plane.
yes,
One chopper, literally one. It would have been a catastrophe. But it worked out beautiful. It worked out beautiful. Trump took a risk, but as commander-in-chief, he was willing to take it. And it succeeded. Is your guest coming or not coming?
I'm not sure we're going to be having a guest, so we'll just continue on here.
We continue.
So IQ, another bunch of things that have been going on. We covered the situation with all the various things. I want to talk about this thing that happened yesterday
Go on.
in Minnesota. At first, when I heard about this, I immediately thought, this is a situation of, this is how you attempt to get a civil war started. This is all sorts of different things, and I've seen the video from a couple different angles. I've seen it slowed down. I've seen all the various things, and I look at it this way. I think they should have why wasn't the street shut down? So there was no attempt to, even if this woman decided she was going to drive away like she did, she wouldn't have got far. So that was my first inkling, is, why wasn't the street shut down? Second, he did what he thought he needed to do as far as self-defense. If you look at the video, it looks like she was going to hit him, or attempt it, and she was fleeing. But the thing that I don't understand is why, especially the thing that I don't like, is the fact that there was a human being shot and killed. That I do not like.
Okay.
But
Okay. You don't like. I don't like. But
I
listen
don't
to
know.
this.
Go ahead with everything, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. I saw the same video you have. I
Yes.
saw exactly the same video from different angles that tens
Yep.
of thousands of Americans are watching.
Yep.
Now listen to this. Look at the car. She moved forward,
Yes.
not
Yes.
backward. There was no white light.
Yeah.
There was no brake, by the way. There was no brake light. That means she wasn't reversing. She wasn't on brake. She was on forward movement.
Yes.
Now, the officer was standing in front of her.
Yes.
Police procedure. One officer goes to the door and asks the driver to come out, and the other officer goes in front of the car. He had 1 second to decide whether he's going to die or to be damaged or not. 1 second. She
Yes.
was moving the car forward. There is no doubt about it. He had every right. And there is, by the way, the bullet, you can see it, came to the front window, literally face to face. So he was defending himself.
And that
Besides,
and that is
my
and that
question is
is
simple.
exactly
Why was she obstructing the law? She
and
broke the law.
and that
I don't
is
give a damn I don't care what her excuses are. She was breaking the law. The fact that she was obstructing traffic, she was breaking the law. The fact that she is not stopping at the instructions of the police, she was breaking the law. The fact that she didn't come out of the car and stop the car, she was breaking the law. I don't care what her reasons are. The fact is, she was breaking the law. The officers were there to arrest illegals, not to arrest legal Americans, illegals.
yeah.
And not only her, she was only one part of a lot of anti-ICE people. They're always using cars to obstruct ICE, to surround them. It's not the first time, by the way. It's not the first time. This has been going on for the last few months. It's organized. It's organized. And most of the time, who are they? White Americans, white female Americans. Almost invariably, white female frustrated Americans. And she had a partner, a female partner, husband or wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do I need? Do I need excuses? Or do I need? I don't need anything. She should have followed the law. She should not have obstructed anybody.
And that is exactly where, at the end of the day,
That's at the end of the
that
day.
was the thing. Is that
Thank you.
should
Thank
have
you.
been
We settled the equation.
yeah.
Don't obstruct the law. Nothing will happen to you. You obstruct the law, you are creating problem. That's it. Very simple. It's when an officer is asking, let's say, a black guy or a white guy in a car who smells from alcohol and smoke to come out. And he doesn't come out. He revs the car up and he wants to escape. The officer's got a few seconds to decide. He shoots at him. He might kill him, he might wound him, whatever, but he shoots at him. You are breaking the law, trying to get away with it. Don't do that. You know, a few years ago, I was
That's
in.
realistically
Listen to this. Listen to this. A few
yeah.
years ago, I was in Poughkeepsie, driving on the motorway, and I think I exceeded the speed limit, and I was detected by aircraft. A police officer stopped me. I wanted to come out to say hello. You know, he said, "If you don't come out, I'll shoot you." Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are afraid if you open the door, you might shoot them. I don't blame them. He said, "Don't come out, I'll shoot you." And he meant it. So what
Yeah.
I did, I put my hands on the steering wheel to show him that I'm not attempting anything. And there was no problem. He asked me for driving license. He said, "You were speeding." And I gave him all the information. He said, "Goodbye and thank you." That's it. I followed the law. I didn't aggravate the situation. I didn't call him, "You pig" or something. No, no. Keep your bloody mouth shut. Listen to the instructions. Follow the instructions, and everybody is safe. It's that simple. Honestly, it's that simple.
That's
But
really
I'll
what
tell you what, it was scary. Honestly, it was scary. When he told me, "Don't open the door, I'll shoot you," he meant it. And I knew he meant it.
I knew he meant
I know.
it.
No, abide by the law.
Well, and
Even when you think the law is stupid and wrong, abide by the law, because the minute you start a confrontation, the probability is that you end up dead.
Well, and the thing that I keep thinking about with all of this is that you had to know that she was probably one of these people who had a mouth on her. And I'm sure she probably was running it.
She was. There's no question she was.
That's that's the thing, is that at the end of the day, it is, you know,
Look,
and
she
like I
honestly
said,
thought she was doing the right thing. She is being morally superior to the ICE. But the ICE is a federal operation.
agency, yeah,
It's a federal agency.
yeah.
And their job is to get rid of criminals. Why are you trying to obstruct them? They're getting rid of criminals, and you are supporting the criminals? Well, whatever happens to you, you deserve it. I'm sorry.
Well, and like I said, the thing that I keep going back to is the fact that I do not understand why they didn't shut the street down. That would have saved a
Yeah, but
lot.
you're missing a point. You're missing the point. All those people who are obstructing ICE had cars of their own. They are the ones who would not allow the ICE to close the road. They
Well,
themselves acted as the roadblock.
that's it.
That's the whole point. They are taking the law into their own hands, and then they suffer the consequences, and they start crying. Well, don't cry. You break the law, you are broken.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. Don't cry. No, honestly. Look, it's not a, you're a republic. You're not a banana republic. You're a
Yeah.
constitutional republic. If you don't like the law and order that you have, go and vote in 2026 and bring the Democrats back and see what happens to you. That's it. Don't obstruct the law. Biden had 4 years, and what did he do? He flooded America with Somalis.
Oh,
Flooded with Somalis.
he did a heck of a lot
Yeah. Why
to
Somalis?
cause a
Why
lot of
why
issues
Waltz
there.
did not investigate the Somalis? Because they were voting for him in block. 80,000 votes at a time. Yeah. It's all corruption. Unbelievable depth of corruption. And yet, he is not willing to say and admit fault. Until now, he is not willing. It's all Trump's fault. Why is it Trump's fault? It's under your own screwed up nose that these things
It's
happen.
always it's always what I always think is amazing is that it's always when it's Biden, it's always Trump's fault, and when it's
Yeah, yeah.
and then when Trump gets in there, it's always Biden's fault. Just, they
Even what happened under Obama, it's Trump's fault. For 12 years non-stop. Trump's fault, Trump's fault, Trump's fault. Yes. Yeah.
yes, it just they just can't seem to.
No, because they don't have they have no agenda. James, they haven't got anything to offer the American people that Trump is not offering. By the way, the 2026 elections will fall or rise on only one thing: affordability. Only one thing: affordability. If Trump can make Americans in such a way they earn more money and they have more money in the pocket, 2026 will win everything for Trump. If he can't do it, 2026 will be a disaster. But at the moment, everything is literally pointing out that millions upon millions of Americans will be much better off by November 2026 than they are now. Tariff is kicking in, and the amount of money that being saved by getting rid 2.5 million to 3 million illegals is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars, I'm telling you now, that Americans will be using for their own purposes instead of giving it to illegals. No, things will change. I'm very positive. Very, very positive. It will change, and 2026 will be a landslide for the Republican Party because the Democrats have got nothing. Besides objecting Trump, 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 they have absolutely nothing. They haven't offered anything. Listen to Jeffries talking. Listen to Schumer talk. What are they? 6th of January, they're back to 6th of January? Insurrection, did you? But you know very well, not a single one who was convicted on the 6th of January was ever convicted of insurrection. Not one.
Yeah.
So how is it an insurrection when not a single one was accused of insurrection and they put in prison? How was it insurrection? Nobody in the news media mentions that. Nobody asks the question. Nobody.
Well, the
Your
question,
worst enemy is the news media.
the question that I always ask, which regardless of political party, no one can ever seem to answer this part of it. But I've always said, if the bikers for Trump and the most armed man in America would have showed up, that'd have been a real insurrection. But so I was thinking about that the other day. On that, it was 2 days ago. The I guess anniversary of that whole thing. What do you think uh, anyone has learned about that day, or has anyone learned anything that day? About
Nothing. No. The Democrats will never learn anything because they are stuck in their brain. They are in a bubble. They can't get out of it. They say that the insurrection caused the death of a lot of police officers. They can't name a single police officer who got killed. But the propaganda says they murdered police officers. And nobody in the news media says, okay, name them, please. Name one. They can't name a single one. But they get away with it. Fortunately, Trump is not allowing them. J.D. Vance is not allowing them. Marco Rubio, by the way, Marco Rubio is unbelievable. He has now so many other positions in the administration. He's got more positions in the administration than Trump has. Trump is only president.
he's gonna go get Cuba. That's his
You
next.
know what? Cuba is next. You're laughing? Cuba
Narco
is
Marco
next.
Rubio is
Yeah,
next.
Marco Rubio will be the leader of Cuba.
No.
Yes, 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 yes. No, it's not impossible, believe me. He will be elected the next leader of Cuba. Don't laugh. It's not impossible. He is
That would
Cuban
be.
anyway. And he is the best Cuban ever in America at the moment. The best. My God, he's articulate. He knows his subject. When he's being interviewed, he is amazing. Absolutely amazing. James, please do me a favor. Send
Yeah.
me a link to this particular
Oh yeah.
interview, please.
I plan on it. We have got IQ Al Rizzoli with us today, and as we wrap up here with IQ, what do you think is going to be the game plan? Well, actually, we talked about it earlier. Let's go the other route. What is the worst possible outcome for the Iran situation? We talked about the best. What is the worst possible outcome, in your opinion?
Iran will start a war externally just to distract people. They might attack Israel. In fact, the only way they can do it is to attack Israel. But Israel and America are prepared. They are really prepared. I'm not kidding with you. You have no idea how prepared they are. If and when they start a war, Israel will obliterate them completely. Trump will say go, and they will go. Trump will not allow them to rearm. Trump will not allow them to have an atom bomb. Without the atom bomb, they are the most dangerous people on earth. With the atom bomb, they will be unstoppable. It won't happen. So the worst scenario is they will start a war externally. They
Yeah.
won't. They will not succeed. 100% they will not succeed. On this note, we should say adieu.
Well, IQ, I really appreciate you making time for
Listen, I
it.
appreciate your interview. What are you talking about?
This has been fun. We will definitely have to do this again. We do this every
I'll see
once
you
in a
on
while
Tuesday.
when we have unforeseen circumstances. But I know that Tuesday we've got you, me, and Dan back at it, and I am looking forward to it. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you, IQ.
Take care, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it.